coming back to Dinosaur Island, and it's actually gotten a lot much more warmer as the snow's melting, and it's getting pretty darn close to spring. So let's actually visit an old friend. And that old friend that we're meeting, well, it's Pinkside. And we haven't seen her for actually quite a while. Here she is actually feasting on a juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex that she was able to kill. She was able to eat nearly the entire face down to the bone and half of the leg. We will follow her just for an adventure, as actually we are going to go around and see some old dinosaurs, but mostly today is about Pinkside, as we haven't seen her for a while. After checking up on Pinkside, we're checking on another dinosaur. And while yes, we have seen her last episode, it's always good to check. It is Metra. She is moving all along, trying to discover some new parts of the territory. But as you can see, she's on a very, very rocky cliff. The cliff that Mark lives on with his sister. Another dinosaur we're checking on is Darkback, who is very thirsty. So this water will keep him hydrated. Now, last time we saw him, he was in the fight with a Dimetrodon, and nobody died, but he sure did.
At least he came out alive.
Yeah, and he did do a beating on the Dimetrodon, since he was a lot much more smaller. But after getting a nice quenched drink, he will continue on and look for a new home.
I know.
We're not following these dinosaurs for today. We're just going to check up on Angela and the gang, as they've been traveling for quite a while trying to get the Indoraptor right off their back, and they seem to actually have done it. They haven't been followed, but then again, you never know how safe you are, especially when you're fast asleep, when the predator could literally just lurk right by you. Today's adventures will actually be following Red Spot, because we have not seen him in for like a long time, and he's been traveling a lot. He's traveled to an actual deathland full of pteranodons, so you must be careful with his small size. As he's not safe here, a jungle titanoboa can sense his radiation and body heat. As he's walking out of nowhere, a titanoboa strikes, hitting him down with a bunch of force. The snake goes in for the final kill, but of course, luck has it, a pteranodon spots the snakes. The pteranodon then picks the snake up and then drops it to the ground with a mighty force and biting the tail, dragging the snake back, trying to pick up the large snake, but of course it proves fatal. The pteranodon picking up the snake, its teeth actually puncturing skin and actually delivering a fatal neck rip, instantly tearing off the snake's head and carrying it away for food. And the rest of the little dead body is actually left behind. Enough for this little scavenger to feast on this gigantic snake. As we follow Red Spot as he continues on. But he of course doesn't get far because It's Mark. Looking for food himself. He still takes time to defend. While the dinosaurs down on Death Valley enjoy themselves eating and having a nice time, another creature lurks. The Indoraptor, who spots two dinosaurs down right next to the cliff. It's a Baryonyx and a blue Spinosaurus. Sniffing a rock and seeing how movable these rocks are, it gets a plan. A plan to kill two dinosaurs at once. I'll begin. The Indoraptor's got a nice large rock to kill the dinosaurs with. Nowhere, the Indoraptor does it. Unextended, but the rock smashing its skull, killing the Baryonyx instantly. The Spinosaurus not knowing what happened as the Baryonyx lies there dead. The Spinosaurus is too distracted to realize a big boulder crashing down onto its skull, killing it, and basically doing the same to the Baryonyx. Both dinosaurs are dead, long dead. Indoraptor looking down above them. The two dead dinosaurs are now long dead, but not only by the loud noises, but the loud crash has attracted Pinkside's attention, along with Mark and the other Stegosaur, and Red Spot, all facing the other side. But of course, a Rhamphorhynchus has also noticed this movement of change. The Indoraptor makes a brave jump, smashing right smack down, ready to go into battle with these dinosaurs. The Indoraptor is quick, taking Mark and his claws digging into deepness and turning his attention to the other dinosaurs and throwing down Rhamphorhynchus and knocking over Pinkside. Well, just a little. She is able to regain her mobility, but that won't stop the Indoraptor from going to her. Pinkside quickly acts, hopping on her. Being tossed into the air. But she's not the only one. Red Spot tries getting on the action, but is tossed quickly. Looking around, all the Indoraptor sees now is one Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus starts backing up, but grabbing onto the head and throwing it down, going in for a last neck snap. Blood squirted hard down as the Indoraptor has successfully killed the poor Stegosaur with the blood all dripping down, right down onto it. There's feasting on the dead stegosaur. Red Spot uses this advantage to run away from this deadly massacre. But he is not the only one to run. The Rhamphorhynchus is running away too, not wanting to stay. He is exhausted, and when I mean very exhausted, like extremely exhausted. He knows that the Indoraptor is still on his tail, but busy eating, so he can take this break and relax. Running, he comes across a very large hole, as you can see. Yeah, as you can see, a very large hole. Here is a spot to show that he is down in a hole. But backing up from this thingy, he is actually, now his mission, he is just really just trying to survive, you know. Look for food, water, and find a home. And in fact, he might get lucky on the water part and the food. Why? Because thunderclouds are starting to form. And with thunder comes rain. Meaning the holes everywhere on this island, like the sinkholes that open up sometimes, and just the little puddles of dried up lakes, will be formed into ponds a little bit. And gives the dinosaurs some chance to eat and drink. The eating part, because, you know, water brings, you know, more dinosaurs out. But as for food, well, that's going to be a little bit of a harder problem. It's another trike. But of course, like again, the food is going to be hard because the mother is guarding. The mother trike is here to protect the baby. And this is her home, actually, so it makes sense. Red Spot runs away, not messing with her. In fact, as he's walking away, he discovers something. A shelter that he can use when it starts to rain. So, he's found himself a nice little cozy home. And it's going to rain soon, so he just needs something to eat. But that's pretty hard because the only prey his size are baby dinosaurs. And baby dinosaurs are usually with their parent, mother, or father. So, he's gonna have to be a lot more decisive. Maybe a smaller dinosaur like his type. Or heck, maybe even like a Bluosaurus. Or maybe a dead carcass. Thinks of that one and goes out hunting. Duckback starts to crawl when he notices something. It's a juvenile dead mosasaur carcass. Which is already weird. Why? Because a carcass like a mosasaur would mostly be found at the ocean. Or a pond at least, but there was no pond nor ocean. So, what is it doing here? Then he can realize there are predators that eat carcasses. So as he's about to go, he notices the carcass move. He stops. He knows something is eating it, but as he gets closer, it's a Megalania. Megalanias are poisonous lizards. Dark Red Spot starts to slowly keep an eye on it. But the lizard just goes back to eating its carcass. Red Spot is relieved that it didn't go for him. It's a Parasaurolophus. Oh no, a Pachycephalosaurus. Who has come out when the rain... Who had came out when now it's starting to get a little rainy. But has come out to feed. As the Packy is eating, Red Spot comes upon it. Oh. He knows that one, it's too strong to bite into its skin. Well, that is on its back, but its throat is a vulnerable spot. But then he'd have to get underneath it and strike for it. It's already hard enough. So he gives up trying to even get it, and just walks away. Just walking now, and as he's walking, he hears a noise. He looks above him and he cannot believe what he sees. It's the Pachycephalosaurus fighting the Megalania. They're fighting. He is hoping that the Megalania will fall. That way, if it falls, the herbivore will move on and he can have a meal. And it's close to his new founded home. But the Megalania is on top, but it throws it down. But the Pachycephalosaurus can't keep its balance and falls to the ground. Well, this massacre isn't as bad as the Indoraptor one, but at least Red Spot can get a meal, and a meal as of the Megalania. Why? Because the Pachycephalosaurus is still very much alive. Red Spot goes to it, bites it, and drags the dead lizard, the most strength that he can use. And as he gets to a shelter, he eats up the lizard. He relaxes, but when he finally starts to starve, he can eat this lizard and relax. And thus our adventure ends with Red Spot relaxing. We might see next time later. But as he relaxes, yawning and falling asleep.